Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you today and share a principle that at first glance might seem counterintuitive in our highly communicative world, the profound power of silence, particularly when it comes to our intentions, our dreams, and our actions in progress. We live in an era where the immediate impulse is to share, to broadcast, to seek validation for every nascent idea or step taken. Yet I propose to you today a different path, a path of quiet cultivation, a path embodied by the ancient wisdom encapsulated in the phrase, "Never tell people what you do." This is not about secrecy for secrecy's sake, but about understanding the energetic dynamics of creation and the delicate nature of nascent ideas. Consider the seed. When a farmer plants a seed, he does not dig it up every day to show it to the village, nor does he constantly announce its potential growth. He places it in the earth, covers it with soil, and allows it the darkness, the moisture, and the quiet space it needs to germinate. The seed, in its vulnerable embryonic state, requires protection from external elements until it has established roots and gained sufficient strength to break through the surface. Our intentions, our projects, our personal transformations are much like these seeds. They are delicate, nascent energies that when exposed prematurely to the harsh light of external scrutiny, doubt, or even well-meaning but ill-timed advice, can lose their vital energy before they have even had a chance to take root. Every idea, every plan, every aspiration carries a unique, energetic signature. When we speak about our intentions, especially before they are fully formed or before significant progress has been made, we dissipate some of that vital energy. It's as if we are releasing the steam from a pot before the water has even begun to boil. The act of verbalizing can, for some, create a false sense of accomplishment, tricking the mind into believing the work is already done. This phenomenon is supported by psychological studies, which suggest that publicly announcing goals can reduce the motivation to achieve them, as the brain mistakenly interprets the social recognition as a substitute for actual progress. The satisfaction derived from the announcement can inadvertently diminish the internal drive to execute. Furthermore, when you share your intentions, you invite external energies into your creative space. These energies can be positive, but they can also be laced with unconscious doubt, skepticism, or even envy. While you may believe you are seeking support or accountability, you are also opening yourself up to projections and opinions that may not align with your true vision. The purity of your original intention can become diluted, contaminated by the collective unconscious. The path you envision might be unique to you, a path that others, with their own experiences and limitations, cannot fully comprehend or endorse. By keeping your work silent, you maintain the pristine integrity of your vision, allowing it to unfold organically, guided solely by your inner compass. The potency of silence lies in its ability to concentrate energy. When you hold your intentions close, you are not withholding information from others. You are preserving the vital force within yourself. You are channeling all your mental, emotional, and spiritual energy into the execution of your vision, rather than diverting it into explanations, justifications, or seeking external validation. This focused, unwavering internal commitment creates an impenetrable shield around your creative process, allowing you to work with deep concentration and unwavering resolve. It fosters a profound sense of self-reliance and inner strength. So let us learn from the wisdom of the seed. Plant your intentions deeply, cultivate them in silence, and allow them to grow in the protective darkness until they are ready to emerge, strong and undeniable, into the light. The true power lies not in what you say you will do, but in what you quietly accomplish. One of the most insidious pitfalls of premature disclosure is the pursuit of external validation. We are social creatures, and there is a natural human desire to be seen, acknowledged, and praised. When we announce our intentions, we often do so with an unconscious hope for applause, encouragement, or approval. While a supportive word can be uplifting, relying on external validation for our motivation is a precarious foundation. The moment we receive that initial burst of praise for merely talking about our goals, a subtle shift occurs. Our brain can register this social recognition as a form of reward, prematurely satisfying the desire for accomplishment. This can inadvertently diminish the intrinsic drive to actually do the work. The energy that should be channeled into execution is instead consumed by the anticipation or reception of external approval. True motivation, the kind that sustains long-term effort, must come from within, from a deep alignment with your purpose, not from the fleeting applause of others. Beyond validation, premature disclosure invites unsolicited advice and criticism. While some advice can be genuinely helpful, much of it comes from a place of limited perspective, fear, or even unconscious jealousy. When you share an unformed idea, you open it up to the projections of others' past failures, their unfulfilled dreams, or their ingrained skepticism. People will offer opinions based on their own experiences, which may not be relevant to your unique path. They might tell you it's too hard, too risky, or simply impossible. This barrage of external input, even if well-intentioned, can sow seeds of doubt in your mind, erode your confidence, and distract you from your original vision. It forces you to defend your ideas before they are fully robust, consuming valuable mental energy that could be better spent on development and execution. Furthermore, talking about what you do can lead to energetic leakage and distraction. Every conversation about your project, every explanation, every attempt to articulate a vision that is still forming drains a piece of your creative energy. This energy, which should be concentrated on the actual doing, is instead dispersed into rhetoric. You might find yourself spending more time talking about the work than actually doing it. This is a subtle but powerful form of procrastination. The mental effort required to explain, justify, and defend your nascent ideas can be immense, pulling your focus away from the concrete steps needed for progress. Your mind becomes preoccupied with external perception rather than internal creation. Finally, premature disclosure can inadvertently create unnecessary pressure. Once you've announced your intentions, there's an unspoken expectation to deliver. This pressure, while sometimes a motivator, can also become a source of anxiety, leading to rushed decisions, fear of failure, or even paralysis. The joy of the creative process can be overshadowed by the burden of external expectations. By working in silence, you free yourself from this external yoke. You allow yourself the freedom to experiment, to fail, to pivot, and to learn without the constant gaze of an expectant audience. You maintain the autonomy of your creative process, ensuring that your work unfolds at its own natural pace, guided by your internal rhythm, not by the demands of external perception. The true power lies in quietly building something substantial, letting the results speak for themselves, rather than dissipating your vital energy in the fleeting pursuit of premature validation or the defense against unsolicited external noise. One of the most significant strategic advantages of unseen progress is flexibility and adaptation. When you are working in silence, you have the profound freedom to experiment, to pivot, to fail, and to iterate without public scrutiny or the pressure of external expectations. Imagine a sculptor who constantly announces every chisel mark and every change in their vision. The public commentary would likely stifle their creative flow and make it difficult to deviate from initial pronouncements. By working privately, you allow your ideas to evolve organically. You can test hypotheses, discard ineffective approaches, and embrace new insights without having to explain or justify every shift to an audience. This agility is invaluable, especially in complex or innovative endeavors, where the path forward often reveals itself only through iterative action. Your process remains fluid, unburdened by the need to maintain a consistent public narrative. Secondly, working in silence cultivates the element of surprise and undeniable impact. In a world accustomed to constant updates and incremental announcements, a sudden, fully realized outcome carries immense weight. When you present a completed project, a transformed self, or a significant achievement without prior fanfare, its impact is amplified. It speaks for itself, loud and clear, in a way that mere words or promises never could. This creates a powerful impression of competence, dedication, and genuine achievement. People are not distracted by the journey's twists and turns, they are simply presented with the compelling reality of the destination. This surprise factor can generate significant momentum and respect, as the results stand as irrefutable proof of your capabilities and commitment. Furthermore, unseen progress allows you to avoid premature competition or sabotage. In competitive fields, announcing your intentions can alert rivals to your plans, giving them time to react, counter, or even attempt to undermine your efforts. By keeping your cards close to your chest, you protect your strategic advantage. You can develop your ideas, build your resources, and execute your plan without the added burden of external interference or the need to constantly look over your shoulder. This creates a secure environment for innovation and execution, allowing you to focus solely on the task at hand. Your work remains your own, untainted by the competitive pressures that can arise from public disclosure. The quiet dedication inherent in this approach also fosters deep focus and mastery. When you are not distracted by external opinions, the need for validation, or the pressure of public deadlines, you can immerse yourself fully in the work itself. This deep focus allows for a level of concentration that is difficult to achieve when constantly engaging with the outside world. It enables you to delve into the nuances, refine the details, and truly master your craft. This sustained, undistracted effort is the true engine of excellence. The quality of your output, forged in this crucible of quiet dedication, will ultimately speak volumes, far more eloquently than any verbal announcement ever could. The strategic advantage of unseen progress is not about being secretive, it is about being smart, disciplined, and allowing your actions, not your words, to build your legacy. When you finally reveal what you have done, it will be with the quiet confidence of undeniable achievement. Every vision, every dream, begins as a fragile, energetic construct within us. It is imbued with our passion, our hope, and our unique creative force. When we expose this nascent vision to the world prematurely, we open it up to a multitude of external energies. Even well-meaning individuals, through their own unexamined fears or limiting beliefs, can project doubt onto your aspirations. A casual remark like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" or "That sounds really difficult," can, if you are not energetically fortified, plant seeds of uncertainty in your own mind. These seeds, if watered by your own internal anxieties, can grow into formidable obstacles, undermining your confidence and diluting the purity of your original vision. This practice also cultivates inner resilience and self-reliance. When you are not constantly seeking external validation or defending your vision, you are forced to rely more deeply on your own inner strength, your own conviction, and your own intuition. This process builds an unshakable inner core. You learn to trust your own judgment, to navigate challenges independently, and to draw strength from within. This self-reliance is a priceless asset, not just for your projects, but for your entire life. It means your progress is not dependent on the approval or understanding of others, but solely on your unwavering commitment to your own truth. Ultimately, preserving your energetic field by keeping your work private is an act of profound self-respect and strategic self-care. It's about creating a sacred, protected space for your dreams to flourish, undisturbed by the noise and doubt of the external world. It allows your vision to gain momentum, to solidify its form, and to manifest with an undeniable power that speaks far louder than any premature announcement ever could. Protect your energy, guard your vision, and let your completed actions be your most eloquent declaration. The modern era often confuses activity with productivity and announcement with accomplishment. We see individuals and organizations constantly broadcasting their plans, their aspirations, and their next big things. While communication is vital in many contexts, when it comes to personal endeavors and significant projects, this constant verbalization can become a substitute for actual work. It creates a culture where the idea of doing something is celebrated more than the act of doing it. The true value, however, is not in the promise, but in the delivery. 1,000 words about building a bridge do not move a single stone. The bridge is built by the quiet, consistent effort of those who lay the foundations, pour the concrete, and fasten the girders. When you choose to work in silence, you are making a profound statement about your commitment to results over rhetoric. You are prioritizing substance over superficiality. Your focus shifts entirely from managing external perceptions to mastering internal execution. This dedication fosters a level of discipline that is often absent when one is constantly seeking external validation or engaging in public discourse about their efforts. The energy that would otherwise be spent explaining, justifying, or defending your work is instead channeled directly into the creation itself. This concentrated effort is the engine of genuine progress. Furthermore, this approach cultivates a deep sense of personal satisfaction and intrinsic reward. The joy of completing a challenging project, of seeing your vision manifest in the world, is a profound and deeply personal experience. This satisfaction is not dependent on external praise or recognition. It comes from the quiet knowledge of your own effort and accomplishment. This internal reward system is far more sustainable and fulfilling than any fleeting applause from the outside world. It builds genuine self-esteem and fuels future endeavors with authentic motivation. In conclusion, the principle of never tell people what you do is not a call for secrecy in all aspects of life, but a profound invitation to cultivate a powerful inner discipline. It is a reminder that true impact is forged in the quiet crucible of consistent effort, unburdened by external noise or the pursuit of premature validation. It is about letting your actions speak for themselves, allowing your results to be your most eloquent declaration. Embrace the potency of silence, the strategic advantage of unseen progress, and the undeniable power of a completed work. For in the end, it is not what you say you will do, but what you quietly accomplish that truly defines your legacy and shapes the world around you.